bar, but remember the hat I was starting last week when we were crocheting? I got it finished.
Yeah.
And this one is nice because you can turn it down.
Yeah.
And be real funky and have it clear down over your ears and almost into your eyes. Or you can turn it up.
Yeah.
This one is a small size. I made it for caps for kids.
Yeah.
For on the Christmas tree at church when we have mittens and
like
and
angel
scarves
trees.
And things. Yeah.
That's what we got, angel trees.
Yeah, except that we have hats and mittens and scarves for the kids on it. Yeah, so I make those. And you want to learn to knit. And this is my current project, which is a scarf. And while it's lacy and pretty like that, you could learn to do that real easy because there's only one stitch and the yarn over the needles. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. And then sometimes you knit 2 stitches together. Well, you crochet 2 stitches together, so you could easily do the knitting. You'll catch on to that in a hurry. And I think we'll start with something simple like this, a scarf, so you can practice till you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some researchers have concluded that friendships between adults with and without developmental disabilities are rare and only superficial. However, they are confident that such relationships are possible and that strategies have been developed, yet not necessarily tested and proven, for promoting friendships between people with and without developmental disabilities. We're together this day in a home in Dayton, Ohio, to talk about such friendships, to talk with friends with and without developmental disabilities. Their friendships are not strategies that need to be tested or proven. They are not superficial. They define what we all would hope to share with those we call our friends.
My friend lives in Eden, and she is about 45 years old. She has Down syndrome. She has some intellectual challenges and some communication challenges. But we've certainly worked through that, and that's not a problem at all. And she is just a delightful young woman. And I have found, even with the communication challenges, you know, friendship is friendship. All you need to do is a hug, a smile, a squeeze of the hand, and you know, that's what friends do. But I think it probably took maybe 6 months or so before I could see that Jody was really comfortable. Initially, we would just sit out in front of the house in the swing that they have, and I would just reach over and just hold her hand, and we really didn't even talk a lot, but she became more and more comfortable with me. And she really became comfortable when I brought my little puppy over, and we took the puppy for a walk around the block, and she just, you know, she just blossomed.
Mark has several likes, several things he focuses on in life. One of them is Elvis. So anything Elvis I can bring up, he loves. Mark can look at any picture of Elvis throughout Elvis's entire life and tell you within a year when that picture was taken. I mean, he's absolutely unbelievable. His other life interest is the Reds. But also Mark has an interest in politics. He has an interest in what's going on, and he never forgets to ask me, you know, how my family is as well. And Mark is very lucky in that he does have a lot of family who supports him. But he doesn't have many people in his life who either aren't there because they're family or aren't there because they're paid to be there. And that's where I come in to help out Mark. And we have done so much over the years. We've gone to movies, we've gone to games, we've gone on bowling events with Choices in Community Living. We've gone to, I believe, the Wednesday night to Monday night activities they used to have. We've even in Mark's personal life, I know his mother. His mother used to live not too far from me, and I moved away. I know his sister and his brother, and they're very nice people. And in his personal life, even when his father passed away, I tried to be there because I knew that Mark's father was his hero. He described him in the funeral as being a Superman, and I knew that'd be a very tough time on Mark. And really, I think I learned more from Mark during that than I gave to him during the whole episode, because he was so brave, and he was there for his mom, he was there for his sister, and we talk about that a lot now, even though that was back several years ago. He still talks about his dad, and we talk about how brave he was during the whole episode, and how his dad taught him everything he ever needed to know. But Mark's a good guy.
I don't know. To me, friendship is the most valuable thing that you can have in this world. And, you know, a friend is a friend is a friend. And I don't see a difference in friendships that I define it any differently. It may be a little different situation, but it's a friendship that just warms my heart and fulfills me. And I hope that, you know, I give, you know, as much to Jody, if, you know, or as what she gives to me. I mean, it's tremendous what she gives back to me.
It's different than most friendships in that for Mark and I, it's a very regular thing. I have some friends I don't see for months or even years, and
Right.
get back together. Mark, I see anywhere from once a week to once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. It's something we can both count on for each other.
Nathan, can you tell us, first of all, we want to talk a lot to Greg, because Greg is one of the people that is looking for a new friend. Mm-hmm. And we want to let everyone meet Greg and learn all about him and have him tell us about himself. But you're one of the staff with the Resident Home Association, mm-hmm. and you work on a regular basis with Greg and mm-hmm. the other residents at home. What's it like working with Greg, and what are some of the things you do with Greg and his housemates?
Sure. Well, it's wonderful to work with Greg. He's a really nice man, and has a lot of his own interests that he communicates to us, so we're allowed to understand and help him and do all the things that he likes to do. And Greg is really enjoys music, and we've gone to several concerts now together, and just have a really good time, and he's able to, you know, tell us who he likes and all that, so that we can best help him enjoy his time here. And just a really nice guy. Never probably one of the many people that I work with that, you know, never a bad thing to say, and, you know, very, very optimistic and kind person.
Well, it's something that staff, you know, always have that opportunity to be with people, but mm-hmm. I think even as a staff person, that you want them to have those personal relationships as well, and
sure.
and to be able to say that there's somebody that they can call or talk to, or maybe spend mm-hmm. a birthday with or something, to have mm-hmm. a personal friend. And mm-hmm. and Greg that's one of his wish lists. If there were a wish list for the holidays or birthdays or anything mm-hmm. for Greg, you would like to have a new friend, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What kind of concerts do you go to?
Yeah, I thought Will Nelson.
What is that?
Will Nelson on the road again.
Oh, Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Yeah, he was able to see Willie Nelson at actually Fifth Third Field a couple years ago.
How was that?
Very good.
Was it a good one?
Yeah.
And I think I've heard too. Do you like Kenny Rogers?
Yeah, I seen him last year.
You saw him last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Saw him a couple years ago, and actually got to meet Kenny Rogers. He was a very kind person. Took the time out to meet Greg. And there's actually something special about Greg and Kenny Rogers. What is it, Greg?
Birthday.
They have the same birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is your birthday, Greg?
August.
Mm-hmm. August.
In August?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you told each other happy birthday?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if you had a friend, would you want to go to other concerts with a friend?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of other things do you like to do? Do you like sports or going to movies? Or?
Yeah, movie, yeah.
What's your favorite restaurant? What kind of food do you like to eat?
When I went to Bob Evans.
Bob Evans. And we, I'm not sure if it was your suggestion or not, but we had Applebee's at one time before the
Yeah.
concert that you really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what kind of sports do you like? Do you like the Bengals or the Reds?
Yeah, bingo.
You like the Bengals? You like the Bengals even when they lose?
Yeah.
So you would need a friend that's a good Bengals fan too, and stands by him even when they lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could talk football with.
Yeah.
Do you try to watch all the games?
Yeah.
Do you? So if you had a new friend, you could invite them to watch the Bengals game with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and where do you work?
At workshop.
Workshop.
At the workshop. Which workshop do you work at?
Coons.
The workshop on Coons Road.
Yeah, Coons Road.
Okay. And do you work during the day?
Yeah.
So you could talk to a friend in the evening or on
Yeah.
the weekends.
Yeah, weekend.
On weekends would be a good time to have a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, Greg is, just never about, nothing ever to complain about or anything. Just, of all the friends that I have, probably one of the easiest to get along with and just hang back and talk about similar interests and such. And so.
Story with you because Miss Pam, in all her radiant red hair glory, is in all her charm and all her good sense of humor, is looking for a friend that has a good sense of humor as well, aren't you, Pam? You would like a new friend, right?
Me?
Yes.
Huh?
You would like a friend of your very
Hey!
Yeah, look at that. You see, Pam, can you tell us how old you are?
What a
How old is she, Wanda?
42.
You're 42. So would you like a lady friend? Yeah, you would like a new lady friend about your age, maybe, or
22.
you'd like somebody to be close to you, your age, to be your friend with?
Yeah, 22.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you have to tell us, and yeah, you have to let everybody know who you are, so that we can try to find a good friend for you. So
Huh?
first of all, what kind of food do you like to eat?
Pizza.
Pizza. What is it? Do you like Papa John's or Domino's, or does it make any difference? It's just any kind of pizza? Do you have a favorite pizza?
Any kind of pizza.
Really big.
No, we're not doing big pizza. She's saying what kind.
Really big.
She likes any kind of pizza.
Any kind of pizza. You like pepperoni?
Pepperoni cheese, your favorite.
Pepperoni cheese. Oh, that sounds pretty
What's
good.
your favorite?
Pepperoni cheese. And
I got pop.
you like pop too?
With butter.
But you got to be like the rest of us, and you have to watch how much you have every day, don't
Yes.
you? Gotta have a.
Really big
and
butter.
Big
Does
bottle.
Wanda helps you, doesn't she? Wanda help you to make sure you don't drink too many pops.
I got trick tracks.
And Pam, you live in a home with
that's
choice
right.
and community living, right? And
Yes.
Wanda is one of your staff members, and so she knows you really well.
What in your house?
Wanda, what
Yes.
kind of things does Pam like to do? Like her favorite television programs? What kind of things does she like to do in the community?
Well, Pam mostly like coloring, working with different arts and crafts. The community, she just basically like going out to eat. She loves to go out to eat. And that's mainly Pam.
What about shopping, Pam? You
Yeah,
like to shop?
She loves to shop.
You like to
She
shop.
loves to shop.
So, would you like a friend that could go shopping with you?
Huh?
Like a friend to go shopping?
What about Amy?
You would
Well-
like a friend to go shopping with you other than Amy?
Well, Amy's a good friend, but she's a staff member, and a good friend, but you'd like your own personal friend that's just a friend just to you, right?
Yes.
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 That's what we.
Why did they take me?
But you want someone else to take you when I can't take you.
Oh,
Right.
come on. Hey.
Right. And would you be a good friend to somebody? You would be, wouldn't you? And you'd make sure they laughed all the time?
Shut up.
Yes, you
You
would.
had a special wish. Your special wish would be for A friend for Pam. We've
Yes.
got it. That's exactly what we want. And you'd be their good friend too, right?
Yes.
Right.
Well, this is David Pryor. Well, a lot of people think I'm Richard Pryor, but I'm not. But I work in Brookville, flow dry, in Brookville.
And what kind of, I know you have things that you like to do, hobbies and things.
I put models together, like put hobbies together. I put model cars together and planes.
And you like old cars, right?
Oh, I love old cars. I can't wait to see them all again.
And you've attended some car shows, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
The summer intended car shows.
Mm-hmm.
And you like volunteering?
Oh, I love volunteering.
Well, where have you, where's some?
Oh, I volunteer sometimes at the fish fry. I volunteer.
And you'd really like probably other places to volunteer too.
Oh.
You've been with Choices a long time, haven't you?
I've been with them 25 years.
25, and so you're one of the original people because
Right.
they've been in operation since 1985.
Right.
So you came with Choices then, so they're kind of your family, right?
Yeah, the old boy, they're nice people, coming to my family.
But as good as they are with your family and all, there's something else that as family we'd like to do for you, and that's get you a friend.
A friend, I already got, I'll pick out the many friends I got.
And but we'd like to get you your own personal friend to be a friend by choice with you. What would you like if you had a friend now that could come and pick you up and do things? What kind of things would you like to do with a friend?
Oh, with a friend, I like to go, like say, car shows, sometimes to the movies, and like to go out to eat.
What kind of movies do you like?
No scary movies.
No scary.
No way.
No scary, but do you
No.
like crash cars and that kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, crash cars, all right.
You don't like girly movies?
Nope, I'm not the kind of guy.
You don't want scary or girly movies?
Nope,
No, none of those.
nope.
When you go out to eat, where do you like to go out to eat?
Golden Corral.
Oh,
That brings back good memories because my sister used to work at one
oh,
long time ago.
So you have a good feeling about Golden Corral.
Yep.
Right? And, are there other restaurants you like to eat at?
There's one that Chinese buffet.
Chinese buffet. So if somebody likes to have Chinese, you'd love to go with them and
Sure.
have Chinese dinner together.
Sure,
and
I like to do it.
sometimes, right?
I can eat anything.
You wouldn't be too choosy, right?
Nope, I'm not
Not
choosy.
too choosy at all with
Nope.
somebody. What do you think? Would you be a good friend to somebody?
Oh yes, I would.
What would you do to be a good friend to somebody?
Well, to help them out. They don't know where to go. I show them how.
So you'd be helping them out?
Yeah.
Talk with them? And
Oh yeah, that's what I am. I'm a good listener.
and so you're
I think it's easy for people to think about anybody who's important to your life personally. That people have friends, people have acquaintances, people go in and out of your life. But a person that is living in a residential facility often doesn't have contact with people in the community other than staff that are paid to be with them, basically. So one of the goals of this program is to try to connect people from the community to our residents so they can get to know them and become friends, and they do. I mean, the only reason it doesn't happen naturally is because they're not always together. So one of the goals of this program is to have people involved in the lives of our residents to improve the quality of their life. The process is a little bit lengthy, but it's fairly easy. It's a small time commitment, which is one of the most important things, I think. We only ask 3 or 4 hours once a month and a weekly phone call for the time commitment. We ask that you try to do a commitment for a year. And the process is an interview. So I interview everybody, and then we do background checks and driving record checks, because eventually you'll be able to take the friend out. We want to be sure that you are a safe driver. And then we do first aid training and CPR training that we pay for. And after all that, we then hook you up with a potential friend by choice. And that process is going through some evolution. We're trying to figure out different ways to do that. Again, everybody is different and responds differently. So right now, what we do is that we set up a meeting, like a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner or a coffee or something like that, where you might meet the potential friend by choice. And so I go and I have the volunteer there, and we have the person with the disability there and their manager, and we just sit down and chat. I skipped the whole first step about the interest inventory. That's kind of a big piece. I have all this list of things that people like to do. Like, do you like to go to movies, or do you like to go out to eat, or do you like to go to the park, or do you like to ride bicycles? What is it that you like? So we have all these questions, and we just check them all off and find out what your interests are. And then we do the same thing with the resident. And then the next piece that we have is that we try to find out what's available, what day of the week you have available, and what part of town you're in, and how far you'll travel, those kinds of things. So we put all these different pieces together to try to make a good match, and then we introduce each other. But I want to emphasize that we're asking for a small time commitment, and one of the things that I've decided to do is to make a requirement, so to speak, of 2 to 3 months of only this monthly visit and weekly phone call, because sometimes it can get too much, and we want to be sure that we make sure that the resident knows what kind of expectations to have, as well as the volunteers, so it's not too much for them. And then if they want to go further after that, that's fine with me. I'm out of the picture. And one of the things that I talk about during the interview is what are you looking for? What is the volunteer looking for to get out of this this matching? So are you looking to develop a friendship with somebody? Do you want to have a new experience? Do you want to learn more about people with disabilities? Is it somebody you just want to share experiences with? So what is the volunteer looking for? And then we also go through things like if they're looking for a lot of communication, for example. And earlier we talked with Nancy, whose friend didn't speak at all the first few times they were together. And now she's starting to speak just a little bit. But that might be difficult for somebody else. It's not difficult for Nancy because it's just a great match. So some other people might like people like Barbara, who like to talk all the time. And then we have other kinds of things to think about, whether or not somebody's physically able to handle a wheelchair, because some of our folks are in a wheelchair. And if they're not, no problem. We'll work out all those details.
I thought it was a very, very easy process. All I had to do was exhibit the, interest in becoming a friend by choice. And I was asked questions about, did I have any geographical limitations? What would I be comfortable with? Of course, I would have been comfortable with any situation. And, just did the paperwork, did the training, and met Jody in a very comfortable situation, and things just took off from there. It could not have been a simpler or more easy process, and a very comfortable one.
For me, it was so long ago, I forget the entire process, but I remember the paperwork. I remember them being happy to have a volunteer for this, and I remember them thinking, he's an engineer. What is a technically minded engineer going to do with this program? How is he going to fit in? And that was a concern that we quickly got past. But that's really all I remember. It's been so long.
We like the same things, and so far we've gotten along real well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her baby blankets she makes in big squares, like we do the lap robes for the VA center.
Yep, that's what I do for them.
Don't have any restrictions. We don't have anybody else's schedule to deal with. It's just us. It's just like you would have a friend from work or a friend from church or anything else. There's really not anything structured to it. We do get together. Like I said, we speak every day on the phone. We attend a lot of social gatherings together. We see each other at least twice a month. I enjoy seeing things from his perspective. He's always never critical. He's always fresh. He sees things fresh. He experiences things differently in a whole new perspective. He's very outgoing and trusting. He's a good person. Yeah, I couldn't imagine life without Paul now. He'll be a part of the family forever. I wouldn't have it any other way, and I don't think he would either.
I met Paul probably 10 years ago. I was still young. And when I first met him, I could see like he was a very open person because he came up to me and introduced himself to me. And even the first day I met him, it was like I've known him longer than actually that day. Like I was telling Pam earlier, like he's really just part of the family. It's not a friend anymore. He's like an uncle, or he is part of our family now.
Well, I've told Paul before, and I'd like to take opportunity to tell him again. He knows I love him. He's my best friend. I don't know what I'd do without him. And he's my best buddy. He knows it, and will always be that way. And I'm glad I know him. I'm glad I got him in my life.
Paul was a blessing to meet you. You've helped me look at things different and appreciate people with your challenges, and glad you became part of our family. And I wouldn't have it any other way, and I hope we got many more years to enjoy Christmases and holidays with you.
Let's talk about your experience. You have all of these events and client picnics and the community care days and working with the businesses in the community and everything. And I know you have a lot of days where at the end of the days you're dragging from getting everything done and getting things loaded and unloaded and things. But I know you enjoy those. But the Friend by Choice program, what does it mean to you, not only as a volunteer coordinator, but to be a person that has been an instrument in helping that happen for somebody? What does it mean to you as Pam to watch that unfold and to see that where there was a void, now there is something irreplaceable in a person's life called a friend?
It's big. It's really big. I mean,
friendship is friendship. All you need to do is a hug, a smile, a squeeze of the hand, and that's what friends do. One time I said to her over the phone, she has communication challenges. I said, "I love you, Jody," and this is a gal who, rarely ever says any words, and I heard her say, "I love you," and I tell you, that says it all right there.
So every time I go to see Mark is happy to see me. Every time I go to see him, he is proud to have a friend to come there and see him. That means a lot to him.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine life without Paul now. He'll be a part of the family forever. I wouldn't have it any other way, and I don't think he would either.
What I see out of this friendship is that it's kind of a lot of the positive aspects of friendship. Every time I go to see Mark is happy to see me. Every time I go to see him, he is proud to have a friend to come there and see him. That means a lot to him.
I couldn't imagine life without Paul now. He'll be a part of the family forever.
What does it mean to you, not only as a volunteer coordinator, but to be a person that has been an instrument in helping that happen for somebody? What does it mean to you as Pam to watch that unfold and to see that where there was a void, now there is something irreplaceable in a person's life called a friend?
It's really big. I mean, it's life-changing. It could change your life.
And when you change a life, you change the world.
One at a time.
One at a time. How true it's been.